So how this works is basically I always do free ride and I can see all the countries that I've downloaded. So I'm gonna do Japan. And right now, since I'm not in the best shape, I tend to go for a more flat circuit. Let's do this one. And I will just do as many laps as I can for 30 minutes. And then when you get in, it looks like this. I started cycling 10 minutes ago. My heart rate is at 117, so apologies if I'm a little out of breath in this clip, but I hope that you can't hear the background noise too much because I am wearing a mic. But I briefly wanted to talk about my fitness goals of 2026. So as I mentioned in my last video, if you watched it, I'm turning 25 in June, which feels scary. And I think when I turned 24, it was a wake-up call, like, wow, 25, I'm going to be an adult, and I hope I have my shit together. How do I know if I'm zone 2 or not? All of this is to say something pretty embarrassing, which is that I am overweight. And it kind of happened without me realizing and maybe not wanting to realize, but I think working a full-time office job, sitting for 9 hours a day, sitting for my commute, and I have a lot of hobbies that are quite active. I like bouldering, I like cycling, I go for runs with my boyfriend. I just didn't think I would be overweight, but here I am. I'm overweight, I do eat a lot, I do sit a lot. And so I just need to make some changes to my life to not be overweight. I actually think I'm coming at it from a pretty solid headspace. Also, apologies if any talk about weights makes you triggered, then please skip over this whole section. I'll put a number to skip to. But basically, being overweight, it makes you way more at risk for tens of probably maybe 100 diseases. You just don't want to be overweight. It's just not healthy. It's plain and simple. But aside from that, I think for me, literally, it is this weight on your shoulders. Like, I feel myself, I feel that I'm heavier, I'm short, I'm 5'2", and yeah, just carrying that weight, you really feel it. And so I like a lot of hobbies like bouldering, like running, and having this extra weight on you makes those things more difficult, makes life more difficult. You go throughout your day and life is more tiring. You're carrying this extra weight, so literally that's how I'm trying to imagine it, around all day. I walk as part of my commute. I just want to feel more free, more energetic. I have a very energetic boyfriend, and yeah, I just want to be able to keep up and feel like I'm 24. I think these past year and a half of being an intern and like becoming a full-time employee and a corporate worker or whatever, I feel 35. Like, there is no whimsy in my life, which is extremely depressing to say and not okay. And so that's why I'm going to be making these changes and focusing on myself outside of work a little bit more this year. Sorry if it sounds like I'm crying. I promise I am not crying. I am just out of breath. I am, I guess, zone 2. I don't know if 125 is zone 2 for me. I'm just out of breath. I'm not used to talking a lot when I'm exercising. Yeah, I appreciate you guys not being judgmental of me. It is very vulnerable to say I am overweight, but it happens. I mean, yeah, I'm just living my life. I'm just adjusting to being an office worker, adjusting to being an adult, and I just need to make some changes in my life, and then I can be back to my old self. So let's go. And if you have a similar issue or similar plans this year, then we can do it together. I believe in us. One last thing, because this is about weight loss, you will not see me taking GLP-1s or anything like that. I don't know. I'm overweight but not obese, so I don't know if you have to be obese to take those, but I'm a bit skeptical of those things, so I just won't be taking that, and I just want to naturally get down. So as it is January, there is a little bit more pressure for me to be a trad wife, which is unfortunate because that is not my lifestyle of choice. Every January, my boyfriend, he's a car salesman and he loves his job, and every January he doesn't get a single day off. I mean, there's no Sunday off, there's no weekends, there's no nothing, and he works longer hours than usual because they have their yearly car sales here in Belgium, and it's pretty intense. And so due to that, and the fact that I do have weekends in January, I do need to do a lot of more household stuff because he's literally not home. We normally both do the grocery shopping every week. This week it's only me and Charlie. Charlie was there with me as well. He just wants to let you guys know that he did walk to the store in -2 degrees Celsius. Would you like to speak to them? He doesn't really feel like talking today. This is my grocery haul of the week. I went to Aldi. I got 2 bell pepper packs. I like to add this to my meal prep, and we're gonna do stuffed bell peppers one night for dinner. 2 cucumber, also good as a side for dinners and in my meal prep. These are like a limited time thing. They bring it back once in a while, and I like to do some soba noodle meal prep as well. 2 things of beef. I'm gonna do 2 beef bowl meal preps. I have a lemon chicken orzo meal prep that I'm going to do as well. As I said, I also work, and I also get back from work at like 7:15, so I do want an easy meal as well. And if you're Belgian, you know that the one from Aldi is the best one. Aussie, hey, can you not do that, please? Some Greek yogurt, always good to have. And she's feral for the protein right now. Guys, literally as I turned the camera off, Aussie bit a hole in the wraps. So I'm going to put everything away as quickly as possible. And I guess I will need to use these wraps this week because they are going to go bad. I'm going to briefly be going over my vision board and some habits that I'm going to stick to this year. In order to make this lifestyle change that I'm trying to make, I have to have some systems in place. I'm not going to talk about every single picture on this vision board. I'm going to mostly just focus on 4 categories. So the first most important category this year for me is going to be health. So looking at my 10,000 steps per day image. I don't want to immediately be doing 10,000 steps per day. On average right now I'm at 6,000, and I just want to progress to 10,000. So aiming for 8,000 right now, and just being more mindful, making use of my walking pad every work from home day, aiming for a more active and out of the house lifestyle. In the past, and maybe my goal is, I have been really muscular. I will maybe put in a short clip. I look stronger than my ex-boyfriend. I look like I drink protein shakes for breakfast every day. But that was me from 2020, so when I had all the time in the world to be doing my workouts, and I was super consistent, and I think maybe I can get there again. We'll see. Second thing on the mat that is maybe not relatable, but stick with me. I grew up really Catholic, and I'm used to going to church every Sunday morning. I haven't gone to church for the past 5 years. I don't view myself as religious anymore. However, for some reason this past year, I've been like, I wish when I had a purpose on Sunday mornings. Like, I miss getting dressed, I miss being with my family, being part of a community, seeing people, going somewhere, going to brunch after church, all this stuff, and maybe more spiritual inner reflection. I don't know. I know I'm being a little woo-woo right now. But I think on my Sunday mornings, I want to make it a ritual to do yoga and maybe read some poetry. I bought a lot of poetry books this past winter. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys are feeling that way as well. Maybe you're not, but just adding more self-discovery and more spiritual things into my life without being religious. Moving on from health, my second category, I have 2 pictures learning Dutch. So one of them is journaling every day for a week in Dutch, and then the second is just this study picture over here. I'm starting my intense Dutch classes again at the end of February. I did this last year in the spring. It will give me a lot less time in my schedule and probably stress me out. If you didn't know, maybe I should preface by saying this, I am an American that lives in Belgium. So I am a foreigner, and I don't natively speak the language where I live. So it's something I always am trying to work on, and I know personally my output of the language, my speaking, my writing needs a lot of work. I'm going to be on this Dutch journey for years, so shout out to Dutch. I have 2 content creation related images on this vision board. I will be filming hopefully weekly, and I would love to stick with it, and I would love to have progress and continue doing this project for myself. And then you might say, okay, Sarah, you have the vision, but how are you getting there? And that's where I bring in this habit tracker. Hello everyone, it is Monday at noon, which means that it is time for me to have a little home gym sesh. Today starts a new challenge on the Sweat app, which is my workout app of choice, not spons. I'm going to be doing the Run Up 2.0. They have this New Year challenge that for some reason starts on the 12th and ends on February 8th. And I am doing a running strength challenge. I wouldn't really consider myself a runner, and it seems like a weird choice for me. Basically, I just would like to become a better runner. I think it's not my strong suit. My boyfriend is a marathon runner. He does at least one per year, and I struggle through a 5K. And that's okay. We all have our different strengths, but I'm excited to get this program started. It is my midweek check-in. Yesterday I had a rest day. I walked over 8,000 steps and I was mostly sedentary throughout the day because I went into the office. But today we have our upper body day. My leg day on Monday, this new program, that leg workout was very intense. I'm still feeling my legs a little bit, so glad we're doing an upper body day, but I suspect that this will also be quite challenging for my level. Let's get into it. I am starting to feel that work is going back into full swing after the holidays, so now's the time to really lock in and prove to myself that I can accomplish this while work gets pretty intense. So let's go.